Hello, everyone. I have something to share with you guys. It's October 14, 2016. There was something that Paul Begley put out there. Now, you know, we all know Paul Begley is not a true prophet. Like, he does some things for money. And I was told that by the Lord himself. So, anybody can say what they want about him. I know the truth about him. He been corrupted by money. But, there is some things that he put out there that is true and a lot that's not true. But there's something I just found today. I just found it. That Paul Begley got from someone, but I want you guys to watch it yourself. Just to encourage you guys, because I'm quite sure a lot of us is starting to just be wondering, like, what's going on. Maybe still here and nothing's happening yet, but something is about to happen. It's going to happen out of nowhere. Just like 9/11 happened out of nowhere, this event is going to happen out of nowhere. But I just want you guys to see this, and hope you guys stay encouraged. And he's coming real soon than you think, this year. And God bless.
Hey guys, now Wednesday night I was in Lexington, Kentucky. We were doing the Lexington Coffee. And there was a gentleman who came to the coffee. And he's a man who's already received a healing blanket, and the heart pains and stuff he was having was healed. Okay. I'm not going to give you his full name. I'm just going to tell you his name is William, and he's from Mount Sterling, Kentucky. But he handed me a folder, and in the folder was the vision he received from the Lord that he did not understand the meaning of. It was in this folder here. Okay, UK folder. Here's the vision and the pictures that come with it. I'm going to show you the picture first. Here's the picture. What he saw was this beautiful sky, blue sky with clouds. And then all of a sudden, he saw this massive, extremely bright, illuminating light, just boom. He was only there for like a second. And then the words came forward. He heard the words, 23 degrees north. Okay? 23 degrees north. Let me read his vision. He gave it to me right here. He typed it out. And, okay. 23, I'm trying to hide his name. 23 degrees north, and there is his vision. I'll read it for you. The vision that I received on September 22nd, 2016. My vision consisted of a moving picture inside a postcard that was surrounded in darkness. I saw a beautiful blue sky with white clouds. In a split second, an illuminating bright light lit the entire sky. There was no sound, just a moving picture embedded inside this postcard. I did not have any interpretation as to what the bright light was. The illuminating light went back to a beautiful blue sky, and the vision ended. At that time, immediately after the vision, I received this word, 23 degrees north. Now, he handed this to me on September the 22nd is when he gave me this vision, okay? September 22nd. That's when he received the vision, and I just showed you what he saw. The blue sky illuminating to the flash, the brilliant illumination of the lit up the sky. Now, so Heidi and I are sitting there saying, man, and this guy, you can tell he's very, very, very serious about this, and the Spirit of God bearing witness with him, but what does this mean? Heidi goes and looks up 23 degrees north. 23 degrees north, let me read to you what it is. It's called the Tropic of Cancer, also referred to as the Northern Tropic. It is the most northerly circle of latitude on the earth, at which the sun may appear directly overhead at its culmination. The event occurs once a year at the time of the northern solstice, when the northern hemisphere is tilted toward the sun to its maximum extent, as of October the 4th, 2016. That's today. We had no idea. I just got home from Knoxville, Tennessee. It's the first time I got a chance to open the folder and just read the vision. Just now. I realize it's today. Get this. It lies at 23 degrees north of the equator. 23 degrees north of the equator. Today's the day that the sun has its at the highest peak, okay, directly overhead of its culmination. Guess what else? So we went to look and see where 23 degrees north is, and guess what's right now as I'm talking to you, guess what is on 23 degrees north? Hurricane Matthew, right on Cuba. It actually goes through just south, isn't it, Heidi? Just south of Havana or something like that, right in there. The hurricane is right now, the eye of the storm is right now on 23 degrees north in Cuba on October the 4th. So when he had this dream, this vision on September 22nd, and he hears the words 23 degrees north, he has no idea that on October 4th a hurricane is going to be setting at 23 degrees north in Cuba. No, he doesn't. No, there's no way. No. So what is God trying to say? Well, then we might want to know what the dream is he had the next day, September 23rd. Can I read it? My dream began with a gathering of many people inside my great aunt's home. My aunt has been with the Lord for many years. But the dream had a sense of urgency for everyone in the room to begin to get dressed and ready for an important departure. I was sitting on a couch tying my shoes, and I looked up and saw my aunt standing in front of her kitchen stove looking at all the people who were gathered in her home. She was scanning the room as if she was making sure that everyone had everything that they needed for their departure. When she finished surveying the room, she suddenly disappeared, but her presence was still inside her home. At that instant, I raised from the couch. I began to put on a coat, and as I was putting my arms in the coat sleeves, I began looking at all the people who were gathered in the room. I saw my mother standing beside me with a long gray coat, and she was dressed and waiting for all the other people to finish their prepping for a departure. At that time, I saw a tall man and knew that he was in authority. A young man came to him and told him that the ending report was not correct and it needed to be reviewed. Two men approached the tall authoritarian man and told him that the ending report had been reviewed and it was correct. The authoritarian man lifted the report in the air and said with a loud voice, "The ending report has been reviewed and it is correct." He placed the report on the kitchen table for everyone to view. I looked down at the report lying on the table. It looked something like this. And I'm going to show you the report. Okay? This is what the report looked like.
No.
And it had on... It was
I'm sorry, you guys. I ain't with my son making too much noise. Let me get back to the video.
Okay? Review. And it is correct. What does it mean? Well, as I was looking at the ending report, two men were reading a sign that had been placed on the information board that was posted next to the kitchen door. The sign said, "No more Ale 8s." That's a soft drink made only in Winchester, Kentucky. It's a ginger ale soft drink, okay? No more Ale 8s. It must be the end. Well, as the two men were reading the sign, they began to laugh with joy and amusement. The sign looked like this, and he actually has a picture of the sign, "No more Ale 8s." And at the very top of that sign, if you says the end, it says a late one, Ale 8, right there at the very top, a late one. Okay, not sure what that's about. They have it up, but I have two. He sent me 2 bottles of Ale 8 soft drink in here, and they have it on the sign. I don't know what that's about, but wait, just hang with me, okay? At that time, I was given a key I immediately went outside where I saw many yellow cabs lined in a row. Taxi cabs outside the door. Tons of them, all lined up. He said they were covering the entire front yard of my aunt's house. There was some 40 cabs. And as I began to walk between the line of cabs, I held my key, raised up my head, and I heard someone yelling from another cab saying, "Look there. Look, there's another person with a key." I opened the door to one of the cabs, and two young black women were in the front seat. One of the ladies was singing, and I could tell they were enjoying each other's company. As I opened the door, I said to the two women, "I don't think that this cab is mine. See if the cab would start." I put the key in the keyhole, turned the key, and the cab started. I got in the cab, shut the door, told the young black woman that she didn't need to stop singing on my account. She smiled and began singing again with joy. The dream ended at that point. I prayed and asked the Lord for confirmation and meaning of this dream. The Lord placed this in my spirit the next day. He wanted me to understand that everyone who was gathered was leaving. He wanted me to remember who was gathered in my aunt's home. The people who were there consisted of white, black, Hispanic, Asian, and Cuban descent. Now notice, this is what he types. This is who he says is there. What's really...
Well, everybody, that's pretty much it. We all know what that means. We know exactly what that means. You know, and like I've been saying, he told me it's this year. He told me this year. He never told me the month, the day, or the hour. He told me it's this year. And we need to be ready. A lot of people don't believe it. I don't care. I do not care anymore. I don't care what nobody thinks anymore about what I put out there. Because they're going to find out the truth when it actually happens. Just because it never happened back then doesn't mean it's not going to happen now. Because it is going to happen now. And they're just being blind. And they want to just be into this world and do what they want to do. And not listen to what we're saying to them. Then, fine. They're not children. They're all grown men and women. They're grown. So, they made their own decision. If they want to be left behind and be in this world, knowing the consequences that we have told them, then fine. I'm not about to feel sorry for these people anymore, because it's like they don't even care, so why should I care? You know, I care about these people, but it's like they don't care about God. They don't care about anything but themselves and this world and the life ahead of them. So why bother? Why bother? This is it. We about to go home. As I said before, we about to go home. And Paul Begley, you know, he needs to repent for what he's doing. I'm not sure if he's doing right now, you know, like if he's doing good now or not, but still in all, he needs to repent, because from what I heard, I think it was like a year ago, from what I heard, he's not doing very well because he's doing things for money. But still in all, like I said, everything he puts out there is not false, because what I'm hearing now on this video is basically what everybody is starting to get this year. Every single Christian, almost every single Christian out there that's true and holy, is starting to get these dreams and visions of going home. And like I said to you guys, that the Father is telling people in many different ways that we're about to go home. He's telling them in different ways. I have told you guys before this even happened, like before people was getting it, but as I'm getting new, like as I'm seeing new people getting, you know, information, like dreams and visions of us going home, he's telling people in different ways that we are going home this year. Like I told you guys that he's telling people in different ways that we're going home this year. It may not be in the way of him actually telling you, because I was told directly from him, and you got other people that was told directly from him, but you got people that was told in a different way that we're about to go home this year. If you understand what I'm saying. So we need to get ready. This is it. It's about to happen. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And just spend time with your family. Just pray more, repent more, and this is it, guys. This is it. I don't know anything else to say anymore. I still didn't get confirmation on the dream that, not the dream, but on the experience that we had yesterday. I didn't get confirmation on that yet. I'm gonna wait till my wife get out of work before I ask, you know, get her opinion on it. But this is it, guys. We about to go home. God bless you all. I love you, and I will see you real soon when we go home.